With advanced setups, you can let the AI call your functions to get answers. Let's see how function calling works. We import the OpenAI client library. We import OS to access environment variables. We read the OpenAI API key from your environment. We create an OpenAI client using your key. Define a function called add that accepts two arguments, A and B. The function add returns the sum of the inputs A and B. Call the client's chat completion API to generate a response. Specify the model to use as GPT 4.1. Send a list of messages beginning with a user request to add 3 and 5. Provide a list of functions so the AI knows which functions it can call. Start describing a function with the name add. Give a brief explanation that this function adds two numbers. Begin defining the parameters the add function accepts, which is an object. Specify that the input object has certain properties. State that property that must be a number. State that property B must also be a number. List A and B as required properties for the function parameters. Close the parameters object definition. Close the function's dictionary entry. Close the list of available functions. Tell the model to automatically decide when to call the add function. Close the parentheses for the create function call. Print the response object to see the output from the API. Running the cell now. This output shows the structured response from the GPT 4.1 API when asked to add 3 and 5 using a defined function call. Notice that the assistant directly triggers the add function with the arguments A3, B5, reflecting how function calling enables precise and automated execution of tasks within the model's response. This illustrates the code's intent to integrate custom functions seamlessly into chat completions. This is very useful for building smart assistants that can run your code. Let's add error handling to your code to make it more reliable. We import the OpenAI client library. We import OS to access environment variables. We read the OpenAI API key from your environment. We create an OpenAI client using your key. We start a try block to attempt running code that might cause an error. We call the chat completions API using the client, specifying the model to use. We specify which model to use by name as a string parameter. We provide the messages to the API as a list of dictionaries with roles and contents. We close the API call parentheses after specifying all parameters. If the API call succeeds, we print the first choice's message content from the response. If any error occurs during the try block, we catch it here with an exception named E. We print a message indicating something went wrong, followed by the error details. Running the cell now. This output shows the response from the OpenAI GPT 4.1 mini model after sending a simple hello message, demonstrating a successful API call and interaction. Notice how the model replies conversationally, confirming that the code correctly sends a prompt and retrieves a coherent, context-aware completion. This is key for understanding how to integrate and test basic OpenAI chat completions in your projects. This makes your scripts more reliable and user-friendly.